Hello, and welcome to the WCI Ontario Secondary School Literacy Test Preparation presentation. My name is Mr. Poole, and I am here to guide you through the process of achieving this graduation component here at the home of the Red Devils. You may be thinking to yourself, oh my goodness, Mr. Poole, what is happening? What is this you speak of? Where am I? Who am I? But rest easy, my friends. We are here to help you. So sit tight, wipe that sweat from your brow, and let's get going. The first and most important thing all of us here at WCI can tell you is not to panic. Easier said than done, Mr. Poole. Oh, I know, but with our help and guidance and your hard work and perseverance, you will be fine. This test is not set up for you to fail, and that is not what we were aiming for. Now, let me guide you through the wonderful world of the Ontario Secondary School Literacy Test. Firstly, it's important to note that what this test is, why we conduct it, and why you are required to complete it successfully. The OSSLT was put in place to ensure that all students have a baseline literacy level by the end of their grade 9 year. That is why you write it in grade 10. Obviously, this year is different, but no matter what, the Ministry of Education mandates all of its students leave secondary school literate, as proven through a successful test or literacy course. Literate citizens are happy citizens who live more successful and fulfilling lives. For this year's OSSLT, there are two 60-minute blocks of time for testing. This test will take place on
Tuesday, May 17th.
during your Period 1 class. Attendance is absolutely mandatory on this day. Remember, you cannot graduate without a successful test. It's not going anywhere. Unlike in past years, you will complete your test on verified and secured Chromebooks. No wrist cramps for you. If in the unlikely event you are unsuccessful in passing your literacy test,
You will not be able to write again in spring.
so who are you? And more importantly, are you writing this test?
If you are currently a grade 10 or previously eligible grade 11-12 student,
You are required to complete the OSSLT on Tuesday
May 17th.
during your Period 1 class. Grade 10s will complete their test
On May 17th.
But gee golly, Mr. Poole, this sure is a ton of pressure here for two 60-minute testing blocks. Seems a bit tough to go in cold, wondering what I'll see when I get there. Well, you're in luck. During Period 1 on November,
May 2nd.
you will be completing a practice test to ensure what's what. This is just another step we are taking to help you succeed. Cue a big old thumbs up. As with any test, there are guidelines that we must follow. For instance, we must provide you with a break and a snack between your testing blocks. Lukewarm water and bread crusts work, right? Nah, we got the good stuff. Nice. Further to that, you will be prohibited from using any other technology besides your verified Chromebook. That includes cell phones, so keep them in your bag or locker. These will be taken away and your test will be ended if you are caught using your cell phone in any capacity. Finally, you all have a role to help maintain a respectful testing environment for all. Quiet concentration is key. Say that 5 times fast. Now that you understand the purpose and logistics of this day, it's time to go over what to expect to see on the test. Take a peek at that computer screen. It may not look too unlike what you'll witness on November 13th. Pardon me, November 15th and 30th. But let's dive in to find out more. So the day is here, November 30th. You're gonna crush this literacy test. You're so literate, it's not even funny. Time to prove it. Your test will consist of approximately 19 multiple choice questions during your first 60-minute block. You will read passages and answer questions. Your second 60-minute block will include reading comprehension questions based on a passage, and finally, an opinion-based short essay. Feel free to pause this video anytime to learn more. As mentioned before, your reading tasks will require you to, well, read a text and respond to a number of multiple choice questions and one open-ended response. This reading comprehension portion of the test equates to over 50% of your total score on the OSSLT. So read for purpose and leave nothing blank. The writing portion of your OSSLT will include a long response essay prompt and multiple choice questions based on an opinion essay. This is worth just under 50% of your total score. Again, leave nothing blank. Use all the time you are allotted. Now, I bet you're all thinking, Wow, Mr. Poole, you're so wise. And this is such an informative, creative presentation, but I still have some unanswered questions. Well, you're in luck, Billy. The WCI Literacy Committee has set up a Google Classroom. Here you can gain access to frequently asked questions page, see updates, reminders, and the like. So what's that code? I remember it by this hint. Varnishing tire jacks in the 6 interferes elephant's progress. Easy peasy, right? Maybe just take a photo with your phone. Further to that, you can always, you guessed it, ask a teacher, specifically Mrs. Siderius, Mrs. Morano,
Mr. Poole.
or Madame Fokuma. These four are experts and are here to help. If for any reason you cannot find these experts, come on down to Resource to chat with me, Mr. Poole. I can help too. Prepared much? Yeah, you are. I got some great vibes about this. But what can you do the day of to make this experience as seamless as possible? Well, hit up Breakfast Club for a bite to eat. Get a good night's sleep. Take that practice test. Heck, take a bunch. Email or reach out to us if you are requiring any extra support. We got your back. When writing the OSSLT, there are some tips and tricks that can give you a greater chance of success. Firstly, classic multiple choice strategies include eliminating answers you know are not correct for sure. As with any assessment, don't leave anything blank. Check to see if there is a length or how much you should write. If there are 3 lines, it's likely the testers want you to fill in 3 lines. Ensure that you read over the question multiple times to ensure you are actually answering that question, not rambling. A good rule is to always consider part of the question in your answer. Finally, be bold. Stick to a side on your opinion writing portion. Write as if there are no other possible outcomes. Your opinion is right. Take a look at all these different skills. They are from all subjects, not just English. For instance, inferring and making predictions is a skill you could use in science. Making connections is a skill you often use in history class. For the reading portions of your OSSLT, you should consider the types of texts you will encounter. It could be a real-life narrative, like a biography of yours truly, Mr. Poole. I hope not. You'll come across some informational paragraphs that convey strict and concise information. You could also be introduced to dialogue where multiple people discuss a topic. Finally, you could encounter opinion-based texts. To achieve success on your OSSLT, you will need to understand how to provide support to your ideas. Extracting key ideas and proof from a text will make your own responses seem valid. Secondly, you may have the right answer, but you'll need to organize your writing correctly. Finally, before hitting submit, give your work a quick read through to check for silly errors that you know better. As with any major government test, there are very strict scoring processes that you would benefit from knowing more about. So let's get an A for effort as we learn more. Get it? A for effort? All right, moving on. In order to demonstrate and achieve considerable comprehension on your writing task, you will need to include accurate and specific ideas directly from the text. For instance, if you were asked to respond to a text that focuses on a young entrepreneur creating green, sustainable ways to reuse old socks, it may be a good idea to mention key information, like the socks, the processes, or benefits laid out in the text you are reading. I know it seems silly, but when you're writing your opinion paragraph, you should know how it's being scored. You will need to consider, well, having an opinion. You will also need supporting details. You need to appeal to the reader's heart and mind. You need to sound coherent. Writing conventions help you sound coherent, and they include but are not limited to spelling, grammar, punctuation, and literary devices. You are graded based on your control and accuracy and use of said conventions. Were these distracting to your overall writing and ideas? Were they reviewed correctly before completion? Was there evidence of control and knowledge? With conventions, it's always best to read your writing aloud in your head. Doesn't sound quite right? Go back and change it. Besides the
May 2nd,
practice tests occurring in your Period 1 class, the attached links are also available for you to utilize, just to see what to expect
on May 17th,
test day. Check them out. A final note to all you OSSLT Red Devil writers. You have the full support of all teachers in our building. We want you to succeed, and we believe you can too. So good luck. Scratch that. You don't need luck. You are now prepared and ready for this. Don't forget to access the Google Classroom, show up ready to write your practice test, and give yourself a fighting chance.
On May 17th.
Thanks for watching.